Welcome to MBA Solutions. I am Manjunath, working as an assistant professor at VVCE, Mysuru. In this video, let us discuss Introduction to Operation and Mismanagement. So let us understand what is operation and mismanagement. Before going into the video, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive more notifications. Now let us see what is operation. Operation means lack of morality and fair dealing in the affairs of the company. That means you are suppressing the morality and fair dealing in the affairs of the company. That means you are not doing the dealings of the company or affairs of the company in a fair manner, in a moral or a proper way. This is operation, and which may be prejudicial to some members of the company. Prejudice you may have, or these kind of affairs where you are not doing a fair dealing in the company's day-to-day activity, it may create some prejudice, it may create some partiality with respect to some members of the company. You are suppressing the interest of some members, and you are doing unfair dealings in the affairs of the company. Lack of morality is there, and it is prejudice in nature. That means you are not fair, you are treating somebody as different, some other people also as different. Some people don't have, or they cannot work in these unfair dealings because they feel that there is lot of prejudice, lot of unfair practices that is happening in the company. This is operation. Mismanagement refers to the process or practice of managing incompetently and dishonestly. So you are managing certain things in an incompetent way. Even though you are not competent enough to manage things of the organization, you don't have certain set of skills and specialization and expertise in doing some aspect in the organization. You are doing that, and you are not honest in doing the activities of the organization. This is mismanagement. What is this operation and mismanagement? So who will decide whether what is operation and what is mismanagement? It is left to the discretion of court. So court will decide whether the case is operation or comes under operation or mismanagement. So this is how the case will be decided by the court, whether it comes under operation or mismanagement. So operation means some fair and moral dealing are not happening in the organization, and it is showing lot of partiality with respect to some members of the organization. So whatever activities that is happening in the organization, it is unfair to some people. Mismanagement means the process or practices are not honestly taken care of. The process in the organization, the procedure in the organization dealing is very dishonest in nature and incompetent. Incompetent means people who are not competent enough to take care of the activities of the organization, they are running the organization. Then it is mismanagement. It is mismanaging all the things in the organization. And court decides what comes under operation and what comes under mismanagement. And it clearly talks about taking undue advantage of majority rule in the company. So any operation and mismanagement talks about taking undue advantage of majority rule in the company. So we have to first understand what is this majority and minority rule of the company. Then only we can make sure what is operation and mismanagement. So first let us understand what is this majority and minority rule before understanding operation and mismanagement, because this majority and minority rule play a major role in operation and mismanagement. Now let us see how organization take decisions. So the members of the organization, these members of the organization in annual general body meeting that happens every year once, they take, in this annual general body meeting, they take some decisions. So when they take these decisions are based on two criteria or based on two factors. So in that first one we say simple majority. So simple majority is the first factor, or it is first criteria based on which the members take decisions in annual general meeting. The second one is special majority. So simple majority and special majority. So based on these two criteria, decisions are taken in any annual general meeting by the members of the company. When I say simple majority, any ordinary resolution that has to be passed can be passed through simple majority. Any special resolution that has to be passed in the meeting can be passed through special majority. In ordinary resolution or simple majority means 50% to 75% of the members or participants of that meeting should approve upon certain decision. If it has to be a special majority, then 75% and above of the participants in that particular meeting should approve on a particular decision. Now, these decisions are purely taken by shareholders or members of the organization. So, shareholders or members of that particular organization in annual general meeting take the decision. Now, when you say members of the organization, shareholder can be a member once their name has been registered in the register of members. So, register of members should have the shareholders name, then only they can become the members of the organization. Now, let us understand this in detail with an example. For example, there may be some 4 shareholders who are majority shareholders of the company. That means these 4 shareholders have around 80% of shares of the company. So they are called majority shareholders of the company, because these 4 shareholders will have, or they have around 80% of the shares of the company. Now there are another few shareholders, there are maybe many few shareholders. So cumulative, if you consider these shareholders' shares, it is 20%. These people have 20% of shares of that particular company, and these 4 people have 80% shareholding of that particular company. And these people who have 20% cumulatively of shareholders, they are called minority shareholders. So these minority shareholders have 20% shares in the company. Now let us see how this operation and mismanagement happen. If these minority shareholders are ignored by the majority shareholders on a regular basis, every time, most of the time, these minority shareholders are ignored by the majority shareholders on a regular basis, consistently. That means consistently every time, without consulting them, or they are taking decisions by ignoring the majority shareholders, ignoring the minority shareholders by the majority shareholders. And these decisions which majority shareholders take by ignoring them is becoming more burden on minority shareholders. So these decisions which they take consistently by ignoring on a regular basis, the majority shareholders are taking some decisions which is creating a lot of burden to minority shareholders, and it is being very harsh. These decisions are harsh, which is not helping minority shareholders, and it is wrongful. It is against minority shareholders' interests. And if these minority shareholders prove that the majority shareholders are taking decisions regularly by ignoring us, and these decisions are creating lot of burden, lot of harsh, lot of wrongful against our interest. Because please understand, majority of the shareholders, they have 80% shares and they have strong voting rights. Minority shareholders have 20% shares, they have very less voting rights. So any decision, these 80% majority shareholders, if they insist, because their shareholding capacity is more, their voting rights is also more, and they take lot of decisions, and these decisions, if it is creating boredom, burden on minority shareholders, harsh on minority shareholders, wrongful on minority shareholders, and it should be regular, it should be consistent, it seems to be ignored the minority shareholders, and these minority shareholders should prove that all these things have happened to them, then it can be decided as oppression or mismanagement. Oppression or mismanagement. So this is how oppression and mismanagement can be identified. Now let us understand what is oppression and mismanagement with some examples. So examples for oppression and mismanagement. So a company passing a rule to sell minority shareholder shares to a majority shareholder. So we have already discussed that if majority shareholders take any decision which is against minority shareholders, and regularly they keep on taking the decisions which is creating a lot of burden and lot of harshness and lot of injustice to minority shareholders, then those kind of rule is considered as oppression under this particular provision. So any rule, if they pass saying that minority shareholders should sell their shares to majority shareholders only, then it comes under oppression and mismanagement. Then passing ordinary resolution on behalf of special resolution. So the majority shareholders, they passed this ordinary resolution instead of passing a special resolution. So that is not possible actually according to the rule or according to the articles of association. Then it comes under oppression and mismanagement case. Then preventing directors from functioning properly. So please understand, if majority shareholders are influencing the decision, they can influence in the selection of board of directors also. And the board of directors should also listen to majority of shareholders most of the time if they get elected by majority shareholders. Hence they can influence the decision of board of directors also, which may not allow the directors to function properly. Then it comes under oppression and mismanagement. Violation of statutory provisions. So any statutory provisions, any major important mandatory provision of the Companies Act or any other act, if they don't follow, violate, since they are the majority shareholders of the company and they take decisions against that, then it comes under oppression and mismanagement. Violation of provisions related to MOA and AOA of the company. So if they violate any provision related to memorandum of association and article of association without altering it according to the prescribed format, if they violate that, then also the case come under this particular heading. Then misuse of funds of the company. If any funds of the company is misused by the majority shareholders and if it has brought to the notice of the company, then they can file a case against them in oppression and mismanagement. And please understand, when you want to decide whether it is oppression and mismanagement, it can be decided only when somebody files a case against that particular decision in the court of law, and court of law will decide whether this particular case come under oppression or mismanagement by seeing the case facts. This is with respect to oppression and mismanagement. Thank you very much for watching the video.